We're back at the Butts Park Arena for match day 2 of the United Counties League Premier Division South season. Liam Cook with you with live and exclusive commentary of Coventry United versus Hinckley AFC. And we've just got underway at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United in their standard red and green kit and Hinckley AFC in a changed all-purple attire. Let's get you into your starting lineups, kicking off with Coventry United starting for the red and greens tonight. Number 1, Dan Moore. 2, Harry Wilson. 3, James Sanderson. 4, Ben Valance. 5, Steph Morley. 6, Chris Cox. 7, Stanley Jube. Number 8 is Scotty Hammond. Number 9, Ryan Harkin. 10, Cameron Dunn. And 11, Benji Adamarco. And for Hinckley AFC, number 1, Adam Harrison. 2, Matt Dawson. 3, Lucini Donzo. 4, Billy Snaith. 5, Kai Green. 6, Ollie Szymanski. 7, MJ Semihimbo. 8, Zaki Evans. 9, Brian Coylerin. Number 10, Lewis Rankin. And number 11, Jared Bradshaw. And United on the ball with Stanley Jube on the right-hand side. Just tried by Harkin. It's at the feet of Kai Green. Donzo. Coyrellin. Does well to dance around the challenger, Ben Valance. Rankin. Over to Matt Dawson. Dawson's cross easy turned away at the near post. Rankin keeps it back in play. Bradshaw to Rankin. Spoons it over. Coventry United and Hinckley both left reeling on the opening day. Heavy defeat for Hinckley, a controversial loss for Coventry United. United losing 1-0 to a albeit spectacular free kick, one the Red Greens feel shouldn't have been given. And Hinckley missing several key players, losing 6-0 at Daventry. Here's Ben Valance to Cox. Great slide in by Scotty Hammond on the former Coventry United man, Jared Bradshaw. And the referee calls for a free kick as Bradshaw with a late lunge on Hammond. Didn't make contact, but in the centre circle, United have the free kick. So it's Sanderson making his first Coventry United start. Morley. For Harkin further afield. It's an easy one for Szymanski to collect, but not an easy one to keep. Is shepherded into touch by a forceful Ryan Harkin on the fringes of the Hinckley penalty area. Adamarco. Sanderson dinks it into the midfield, and Chris Cox, for that launching one, didn't think twice. And it flashes past Adam Harrison's net. Early opportunity for Coventry United, the Hinckley contingent behind Dan Moore's goal. That's Harrison. Loses his balance as he launched it to the right-hand side and Rankin. Back to Dan Moore by Morley. Down the centre of the park it goes. Szymanski. Here's Lucini Donzo. The star of Sunday League in this city, playing for Gang FC. Wilson's header only as far as Billy Snaith. Bradshaw, a real battle in midfield. Eventually it's Semihimbo comes away with it. A little pirouette away from Hammond. Down line with Donzo. Evans, look for the cross reel pass towards Matt Dawson, but well cut out in the end by Sanderson. Adamarco couldn't keep it within the confines of the park and out for a throw on the far side of the field in front of Ellis Alain's dugout. Szymanski. Back to Adam Harrison, replacing Keelan Fallows between the 6 this evening. Dawson. Zaki Evans, the captain. Finds Donzo on the halfway line at left back. He's primarily a central midfielder, but has been playing at left back in the opening matches of this season. Ollie Szymanski striding up from the back. Rankin lets it run straight to the feet of Morley. Now it's with Chris Cox in midfield this evening after starting at centre back on Friday nights. Lofted ball down the left-hand side by Sanderson. And Cushioned back by Szymanski to Adam Harrison. Under pressure all the way from the former Hinckley man in Ryan Harkin, but it trickles to the right with Szymanski. Now Kai Green. Bradshaw dropping deep, gets ahead of the United number 8, Scotty Hammond. But he doesn't remain with Hinckley for long. Cox. Stanley Dube in a Hinckley sandwich. Tripped from behind by Donzo. And the referee gives Coventry United the benefit of the doubt on that one. Referee tonight, Gavin Hill. We'll hope not to have as controversial an evening as Adi Cherna did on Friday night. And it will be Scotty Hammond sizing up the red options on the edge of the penalty area. Here it goes from Hammond, and Cox at the far post. Another cross by Cox. Dawson, unconvincing header away. And collected by Cameron Dunn. Donzo finds Semihimbo, looking to skip past Scott Hammond, and he's done so with a bit of force, and the advantage given in favour of Hinckley. But Semihimbo looking to cut in from the left-hand side, punted straight into the advertising boards by Scott Hammond. Throwing about 10 yards into United turf for Hinckley. Donzo receives the throw. Lissini Donzo, slide in from behind by Dube, who got the last touch. It's actually clipped off the heel of Donzo, and a look of frustration and a wry smile from the local lad. Wilson's throw over Coventry United, chested down by Cox, straight back to the right back. Here's Ben Valance, another Coventry United legend, getting his first start of the season. Morley. Adam Marco's going to give chase, as is Cameron Dunn. It's not the most conventional back passes to Adam Harrison, but he's got it away just in time. Dawson. Hinckley just looking to calm things down. Evans. Cushion-headed clearance by Steph Morley to Cox. Over the back line it goes. Harkin gives chase. Easy pickings on the edge of his own area for Harrison. Keeping it at the back. Hinckley AFC, Harrison. In no rush to get us underway here. After 8 minutes, it's still 0-0 between Coventry United and Hinckley AFC. A very even encounter so far. Snaith heads it up. Rankin drives onto it. And back with Harrison, frustrating Coventry United here. Evans. Back with Ollie Szymanski. You'd expect Hinckley to be a tad more defensive-minded after that 6-0 defeat against Coventry on Sunday, but well, this is a little OTT on the defensive side already. Evans into a makeshift centre-back role. Szymanski nearly caught in possession by Adamarco, but gets it back with Harrison. Waiting for United to press men forward, but United not falling into the trap. They play it long now towards Bradshaw. Head out as far as Lewis Rankin. And Jared Bradshaw could be through here. The referee points straight to the penalty spot, does he? He does. Ben Valance hacking down the former Coventry United man, Jared Bradshaw. Valance offers no defence. And at the ground he used to call home, Jared Bradshaw looks to follow the unwritten rule of football. You always score against your old club. And Bradshaw follows that rule to the letter. Sends Danmore the wrong way with a well-placed spot kick to the keeper's left. And the perfect start, 10 minutes in for Hinckley AFC, the perfect tonic to Sunday's misery. Hinckley AFC take an early lead at the Butts Park Arena. Goal for Hinckley AFC, scored by number 11, Jared Bradshaw. Well, it's less than ideal for Coventry United. The second time in 2 matches they've fallen behind. And now Evans looking to double the humiliation. Rankin on the right-hand side. Bradshaw, and the slide in by, I believe that's Cameron Dunn, and stuck it right out for a throw-in right in the corner. The throw-in to come from the right-hand side. Billy Snaith, and nodded behind. MJ Semahimbo. Underway quickly again with Steph Morley. Launches upfield towards Harkin. Unchallenged header clear by Kai Green. Cox up for it, nodded down by Szymanski. Blasted against Snaith. Hinckley struggling to get it away here. Can you know to make them pay? Adamarco. It's down the left-hand side for Cameron Dunn. A little shove in the back on Matt Dawson. Enough to shield it into touch. Dawson made sure he didn't touch the ball, and it will be a goal kick. "12 minutes in at the Butts Park Arena. If you're just joining us, you've missed the opening goal. Coventry United 0. Hinckley AFC 1 penalty conceded by Ben Vallance and tucked away by the man who earned it, Jared Bradshaw. Harrison headed on by Coirellum, and Bradshaw putting Dan Moore under pressure as the header trickled towards the goalkeeper. It was always Moore's ball. Scott Hammond. Sanderson. Adamarco forced off the ball by a combination of Dawson and Rankin. Here's Harry Wilson. Looks to thread it down the right-hand side for Stanley Jube. Jube was just a pace behind it. Skied towards the Coventry United media section. Well, had to act as a ball boy there, something I've had to do many times in my near 10 years at Coventry United. But threw my shoulder out in the process. Well, the throw comes to nothing for Coventry United, launched away by the number 5 Kai Green. And Cameron Dunn, tripped from behind by Zeki Evans. Coventry United have the free kick halfway into the Hinckley half. Does Steph Morley fancy his chances from here? It's surely going to be a clip to the left for Chris Cox or Scotty Hammond. And that's what Morley is going for. It's headed across his own area by Szymanski. Seconds forward to Morley on the right. Acres of space for Jube. He's got the freedom of Coventry. It's across the face of goal towards Chris Cox. And Billy Snaith nodding it onto Bradshaw on the outside of the area. Coirellum, and deflects to the right-hand side for Jared Bradshaw. has to hold his run and invites pressure from behind by James Sanderson, who's deflected it out for a corner at the other end, wrapping his leg around Jared Bradshaw and toe poking it out. Bradshaw, at the second attempt, does send it in. And at the far post, it was a real opportunity for Billy Snake to double Hinckley's advantage. Moore left in no man's land. Sanderson. United yet to threaten the Hinckley net. Can they change that now? It's a delightful ball from Valence down the right-hand side to Dube. Wilson making himself available. Harry Wilson looking to cut in on Semihimbo. Couldn't take the ball around the outstretched foot off the left winger. The subsequent throw-in is taken quickly by Stanley Dube to Ben Valence. Morley can play anywhere across the back line. He was on the left on Friday night. He's in the centre tonight. We'll probably see him on the right on Saturday. Adam Marco's run curtailed by a lunging Matt Dawson, and the referee is given the free kick here to Dawson. It looked like a fair challenge by Dawson. Nothing Adam Marco did wrong in my opinion, but the referee has found in favour of Hinckley. Dawson is limping. Was Dawson caught by an errant boot from Adam Marco? Doesn't look like it. Harrison. His free kick on the right-hand side of the area, headed out of play. Hinckley throws a follow, following Morley's intervention. And the long throw to come from Matt Dawson. Snake the target head on by Snake towards Lewis Rankin. There's a story to be wrote there with the former United man making his 152nd appearance for Hinckley AFC, an all-time club record made tonight. Dube, it didn't look like the entire ball would crossed as it was forced towards the line by Lucini Donzo, and the officials eventually agree. Done. Hammond. And Wilson flashes it across the net, and it was certainly more of a cross. An effort at goal, but it was halfway between Harkin and Harrison. Might what the United number 9, Ryan Harkin, wanting to see. Harrison's ball towards the right-hand side. Sanderson making his debut. Beats Rankin too, but Rankin clattered into from behind by Scott Hammond. Free kick just into Hinckley territory on the right side of the centre circle. 18 minutes gone at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 0, Hinckley AFC 1. A Jared Bradshaw penalty. The difference between the two sides at the moment, and unlike Friday night, there is no doubt the referee got that one right. Free kick to the feet of Semihimbo. Beautiful control by the one-time former Coventry United player. Taking on Wilson into the area, but Wilson wins that one-on-one. Clearance controlled nicely by Lucini Donzo. Here's Zachy Evans, shrugs off the attentions of former Hinckley striker Harkin. Szymanski and Green passing it around at the back, and here is Kai Green. Szymanski. Back to Kai Green. Hinckley have the ball in their court. They're 1-0 up. There's no need to make any rash decisions here. They're going to find Rankin on the edge of the area, with the United back line deal with it perfectly. Sanderson, now Steph Morley, a veteran of non-league. Ben Valence, playing in, I believe, his 8th Coventry United season. Beautiful dribble through the centre. Cameron Dunn tries to strike one from range. It's the standing leg of Ollie Szymanski. And now Billy Snaith looking to mirror Valence's impact. And finds Matt Dawson up from the right. Dawson's drill in, headed away at the near post by Morley. Adam Marco finds his way out of a Hinckley sandwich. He was between Evans and Snaith. Harkin, and Adam Marco continues his run. Harkin can't release. He can now to Stanley Jude. Taps it away from the defender. Stanley Jude forces the save at the near post. Tipped off with a corner by Adam Harrison. The first moment of danger that we've seen from the red and greens, and there needs to be more if they're to turn this one around. Hammond places the ball. The linesman just checks that it's in the correct position. It certainly is. Dawson covering off the near post. It's towards the far post. And it's easy as you like for Adam Harrison. Keeper with step 3 and 4 experience. Just really quick towards Bradshaw, but United have got it back in their own backyard. Here's Valence. I was looking for the run of Adam Marco, but he couldn't quite time it. And we have a man down on the halfway line. Is that Lewis Rankin? Indeed, no, it isn't Lewis Rankin. It's one of the midfielders. It's obviously we can't see the shirt number. It's Billy Snaith who's gone down, holding the back of his head. And it will lead to a delay. We're halfway through the first half. Coventry United 0, Hinckley AFC 1. A Jared Bradshaw penalty setting Hinckley on their way. And United are starting to get back into it. That's that strike from Stanley Jude. First test that Adam Harrison has had to deal with. And the referee indicating in a flamboyant style that he wants the floodlights turned on. Referee this evening, Gavin Hill. And we'll get underway again with a drop ball for Hinckley. And Snaith should be okay to continue. He has left the field for now. And the ball is shot to the feet of Harrison, who is going to take his time in taking this. Harkin tries to hurry him up and does so. Released by Adam Harrison straight into the path of left-back James Sanderson. But a heavy chest control allows Corey Ellen to get on the end of it. Driving down the right-hand side, Matt Dawson pulls it across. Rankin just poked away by his old United teammate Ben Valence. Snaith back in the game. And just that's too much of Lassini Donso. Dinged it towards the left back, but it flies in front of the local lad. And the throw is to Valence. Steph Morley. Morley looks for the run of Stanley Jude. Diagonal ball towards Jude. Beat mid-air by Donzo. Semihimbo pirouettes right into the punch. And again, first on Donzo and then on Evans. And Dunn, 2 hands in the back. Free kick Coventry United. Cameron Dunn receiving that shove from Billy Snaith. The referee again indicating he wants the floodlights switched on. I think Coventry United are on the case. United need a route back into this. And it could come from the left boot of the veteran, Steph Morley. We saw one spectacular free kick of that end of the park on Friday. Will we see another? It's straight at the wall. The seconds come to Wilson. And it was dipping, but it's dipped into the hands of Adam Harrison. Again, more than likely a cross. They all count, they fly in, but that one didn't. Ollie Szymanski at right centre-back, plays a 1-2 with Dawson. Now the young centre-back finds Zachy Evans, the captain. Back with Harrison. Goes long, it's over the head of Snaith. Scotty Hammond. Adamarco and Dube have swapped wings. Harkin taken out on the slide by Kai Green. Referee says nothing doing. It's cleared on the right by Hinckley AFC. Coventry United with a throw in, knocking on the visitors' back door. Harkin. It's with Scotty Hammond. Valance. Out with Harry Wilson, looking for the through ball to Adamarco. It wasn't as through as Adamarco had hoped, allowing Donzo to challenge from behind out for a throw-in, 5 yards into Hinckley turf to Coventry United on the right-hand side. Valance. Into the centre circle it goes with Morley. Morley, Sanderson's free, and here is James Sanderson. Plays a 1-2 with Stanley Dube. Morley looks for options further afield, and Adamarco is the one he's trying to pick out. Wins the aerial battle with Donzo, but this time it's headed away by Green. Cox, headed ball to find Adamarco. Turns away from two Hinckley challenges and sets up Harry Wilson for the cross, and Dube's at the far post, heading up and caught on his own line by Adam Harrison. It was Ollie Szymanski who got his bonds to it initially. 27 gone. Still 1-0 Hinckley. That 10th minute penalty from Jared Bradshaw, putting Keneally's men in front. Dube. It's with Steph Morley, United's final third. Moore, who really hasn't had to do a thing except for the penalty. It's not been the best game in terms of goal-mouth action. Very similar to what we saw on Friday. Adamarco clips it in for Chris Cox to equalise. Try to wrong foot Adam Harrison, but the goalkeeper diving to his left and smothering it on the way down. Harrison's delivery down the left. Donzo will chase. Wilson should see it out and does. Wilson and Ben Valance back. Valance into Moore. Steph Morley. Cautious run up to the halfway line now. It's with Stanley Dube. Looking for the run of Ryan Harkin, and it would have reached him if not for the head of Kai Green. It's collected right in the right-hand corner by Harrison. Swiftly punted off the deck to the feet of Steph Morley. Hinckley covering their tracks at the back very well. Sanderson. Clip to the right-hand side and Ben Valance by Morley. Wilson. Slips it past Semihimbo and past Lucini Donzo. Adamarco into Cameron Dunn. It looked like a great opportunity for Coventry United. Just need a little more power behind it to beat Harrison. As we come up to 15 minutes until half-time, United remain behind. On the edge of the area waiting as Kai Green receives the roll out from Harrison. It's back with the former Bedworth number 1. Szymanski back to Harrison and Hinckley keeping the ball very close to home. And United have got to start getting in Hinckley faces here. They're not doing so. I don't need to be far too much time and respect with the ball. Eventually cleared onto the head of Valance. Cox. Could it fall calling for Stanley Tube? If he made the leap, he may have got there first, but it falls into the hands of Harrison. And Szymanski tricking his way past Tube. Defender on attacker, usually it's a one-way street, but Szymanski wins that one. But the move goes no further as Chris Cox is on the ball again for Coventry United. Back to Morley in his own half. United looking to build from the back. Stanley Jube tries to flick it beyond Dawson, but Dawson leaves Jube on the deck and gets the ball first. Szymanski over the top towards Lewis Rankin. Morley should deal with this one. Rankin closing down Dan Moore as he's got the ball at his feet, but Dan Moore will send it flying. Jube is up for it. Beaten mid-air by Szymanski. Snaith. And James Sanderson brings it back under home control. Steph Morley. And Dunn edges past Billy Snaith. And Harkin, the flag is raised. Harkin had too much time and space for the referee's liking. He made that run just that tad too soon. Szymanski. It's a long ball towards Bradshaw. A lot of long balls being made by Hinckley, and not many of them have been entirely successful. Evans, an off the ball collision between Billy Snaith and Cameron Dunn. And as Evans lost control of the ball, the referee has called it back for a free kick. Dunn, a little too enthusiastic in trying to retrieve that ball from Snaith as it's already been played. Coventry United hit the road on Saturday with a trip to Midland Football League Premier Division outfit Shifnal Town in the Emirates FA Cup. As it stands, they're heading into that big cup match on the back of 2 defeats in the opening 2 games. They're going to have to go some to change it. And Bradshaw looking to play it straight through for Matt Dawson. And it's a good job that the referee has called it back, Gavin Hill, saying that he hadn't blown the whistle yet. The attempted through ball to Matt Dawson was cut out by Jube, and Bradshaw gets another chance. Will he make good on that chance? No is the answer. Nodded across his own net by Cox. More height than distance on that one from Harry Wilson, but was caught as he played the ball. Kai Green with the Hinckley infringement. Free kick inside their own area to Coventry United. Closing in on half-time. We'll be going off air at half-time for 10 minutes, so make sure to get yourself a mug of something hot or a glass of something cold and get back here for 8:45 for the second half. Poor control by Dunn, takes it over the touchline halfway into Hinckley territory on the left side, just when the move was looking promising for Coventry. Not done by Snape, but the only man home with the Coventry United lights on is Steph Morley. Moore and Morley play a 1-2, and it's the veteran defender, Steph Morley, who comes away with it. Sanderson. Tube turns into a challenge on Matt Dawson, and not only has he lost the ball, but he's also taken a fair old whack on the leg. As he is off the field of play, the referee doesn't have to halt the game. And Dawson just checks the Jube's okay, and the referee does indeed goes underway again as Jube is off the field. Mr. Hill has every right to get Hinckley going once more. Simahimbo. More of a wing back at the moment as Donzo pushes further forward. Coventry briefly down to 10 men. And a delightful ball over the back by Szymanski, but not only has the ball gone out for a goal kick, it's also been flagged as offside against Matt Dawson. Head of fitness and physio Lucy Stead checking on the condition of Stanley Jube. And it looks like the first substitution of the match is going to be required. And Charlie Faulkner ready to come on. Straight swap in attack for Coventry United. Charlie Faulkner replacing Stanley Jube, whose collision with Matt Dawson has taken him out of the game. And we're back underway with Coventry United on the ball and back to full strength. Hammond. Back to Moore, only one real chance of note in the first half for Coventry United, and they find themselves behind with that Bradshaw penalty. Jared Bradshaw having played for a year for Coventry United after switching from the Neaton Griff. Hammond. Awkward bounce for James Sanderson. Juggling it up in the air with Dawson. It's Charlie Faulkner who latches onto the second. Faulkner in towards Ryan Harkin. Bounces in front of the veteran striker. And a comfortable gather at the near post for Adam Harrison. Down the centre of the park. Coyrellan was waiting for it, but it's found Semihimbo. Falls behind to Evans under pressure from Harry Wilson. Donzo, Semihimbo the target, sneaking in as Chris Cox got to the ball first and gets the free kick. Semihimbo too forceful from behind. Valance plays it across his own area to Morley. United starting at step one. Morley over Coyrellan to Ben Valance, and Valance on the volley, looking for the run of Harry Wilson. He's got Simahimbo and Donzo all over him, and Donzo just prizes it away from the United right back, and Lassini Donzo's away here for Hinckley. Tries to dink it forward. Snape the target, but cut out by Morley. Cox sends it out off the chest of Donzo, who expected better of himself, but that was a great dart by Lassini Donzo. Snape hitting hope towards the United area. Dan Moore brings defeat, and that quickly with Morning. Coventry have got to get a move on here. They've got 6 minutes until the end of the first half plus stoppages. Adam Marco the target with that lofted ball, and it's hooked upfield by Szymanski. Coventry coming back for more. Faulkner. Bradshaw from behind on his old Coventry United teammates. Coyrellan loses that battle of wills in the centre circle with Ben Valance and Wilson going home. Steph Morley. Chris Cox. Morley through to Adam Marco. Challenged by Szymanski, takes his eye off the ball, and the seconds collected under no duress by Matt Dawson. Morley. Sanderson does well to keep Hinckley at arm's length. James Sanderson Benji Adamarco's a little shoving from behind. Adamarco wants the referee's whistle to blow, but Mr. Hill stays silent. And Hinckley come away with it, ranking the target from Jared Bradshaw. And he won't beat Morley to it. And Coirellen nearly catching Dan Moore unawares. The former Worcester keeper had to get it clear. Faulkner hits the deck. And Coventry United with their backs to the wall here. And they're able to clear. Zachy Evans, Marshall's Cameron Dunn out of possession and back with Adam Harrison. Last 5 of the first half. Coventry United 0, Hinckley AFC 1. 10-minute penalty from Jared Bradshaw separates the two sides, and here's Bradshaw once more. Rankin trying to time his run. United with 5 men back. Rankin just keeps it in, tries to earn the corner, didn't quite have the legs on it. That deflection off the leg of James Sanderson, but the clearance is as far as Zachy Evans. Now it's with Matt Dawson. Cox steps in with a challenge. 1-2 with Harkin. And that's opened a pocket of space for Harkin. He couldn't get the power behind the pass there, Chris Cox. But Coventry will get another bite of the cherry. Cameron Dunn. Here's the first half substitute, Charlie Faulkner. Faulkner finds Scotty Hammond. Drills it for a sea of purple and red. It's like a whack off Billy Snaith. And harmlessly back to Harrison. Houghton's ball to Coirellen. Morley wins that aerial duel. Snaith latches onto it. Wilson tries to knock it back to his goalkeeper, didn't make contact, but the bounce is fortunate. Keeps it away from Semi Himbo, and as Wilson tries to chip it up the right, cannons off the chest of Billy Snaith. Would have winded a weaker player. His throw claimed in the air by Donzo, but Hinckley lose it quickly. And they win it back quickly through Jared Bradshaw skipping away from the sliding Chris Cox. Here's the history maker, Lewis Rankin, appearance 152 for Hinckley AFC. Will he have a game-changing impact on that record-breaking day? Looks for Semi Himbo. Juggled away and cleared by Harry Wilson. Coirellen backing into Ben Valance, the ball upfield. Received from Kai Green. Semi Himbo skips away from Wilson. Brian Coirellen. And Evans trying to chip it in for a run from Bradshaw, which wasn't made. Sanderson. Faulkner on the back foot as he tried to claim the ball, but Szymanski first to the seconds. Cleared as far as Morley. Volleyed over to Wilson. Valance to Adamarco. Wilson to Valance. And Adamarco will give chase to that lofted ball down the right-hand side. He's being held and pushed from behind. And the referee has given the throw-in to Coventry United, battling hard with Kai Green. Adamarco has got the ball. Adamarco down line with Valance. Cox. Look for Faulkner, but it didn't have the legs on it. Cut out by Dawson. Lewis Rankin. Coirellen's making the run. He's looking left. And it's in between Bradshaw and Semi Himbo, and collected by Ben Valance, a man that Rankin used to play with in red here. Way back when. Chris Cox. It's over the back line, looking for Ryan Harkin, and blasts out for the goal kick. Dawson sends it out off Harkin. Two minutes of added time have been indicated. And it has not been a pretty first half for Coventry United. Hinckley have bounced back to great aplomb from their visiting supporters. 6-0 defeat against Coventry on Sunday. They're one up with the break on the horizon on Wednesday night. More under pressure from Bradshaw, skews the kick into the crowd to the right. And the cries of dirty old town from the Hinckley following behind Dan Moore's goal. They haven't had to get down and dirty so far. The only one who's done that is Jared Bradshaw running the penalty. Aside from that, it's been a quick and clean smash and grab for Hinckley. United were throwing in front of Ellis Lane's dugout, so to be a fly on the wall in the changing rooms at half-time. You have to think the red and greens are going to get the hairdryer treatment. Hammond. Cox will leave it for Wilson. Will he get there in time? Yes, he will. Hooks it back in. Semihimbo beats Cox to the punch. Turns away from the United captain and thumped upfield. Green's clearance onto the volley of Valence into the centre circle. Morley. Adamarco. Oh, and Faulkner charged onto that ball, but the connection was heavy. Hinckley can't get away though, and the through ball to Benji Adamarco. Spun away from the pacey winger. And that will surely spell the end of a frustrating opening 45 minutes for Coventry United. And it does. 1-0 Hinckley, and a couple of boos around the Butts Park Arena early on in the season to be booing the players, but sign of frustration from the Red and Green Army. A less than satisfactory opening 45 minutes ends with Coventry United 1-0 down through Jared Bradshaw's penalty. Coventry United 0, Hinckley AFC 1. And we're back for the second half here at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 0, Hinckley AFC 1. And we're underway for the second half. There has been a change of pace. Coventry United taking Cameron Dunn off the field, replaced by Charlie Shaw. And a change for Hinckley sees Chandler Pegg. Reese Massey replace number 4, Billy Snaith. United have a point to prove in this second half. Early breakdown on the right hand side by Charlie Faulkner, curtailed by the slide. Quick throw to Shaw. Now Scotty Hammond. Down line with Ben Valance and cut out in the midfield by Massey. Slip down the right for Lewis Rankin. Rankin. Down line with Dawson. Szymanski and Hinckley, much like the first half, maintaining possession well in the early goings. Donzo to Bradshaw. And Corey Rellan is going to chase it. He's beaten to it by Harry Wilson. Quick thinking from the right back, and Danmore ends the danger. Massey. Now with MJ Semihimbo. Switches the play. Matt Dawson on the ball for Hinckley. Shoulder to shoulder with Charlie Faulkner. And Faulkner has got the goal kick. Dawson looks on in bemusement. And in fact, now it's been overturned. The linesman had given it in favour of Coventry United. Now Dawson has got the decision. And Faulkner looks on towards the linesman and says, well, you gave it to me, shouldn't we have it? Referee Gavin Hill has the ultimate authority on the match. Chad Bradshaw's already got a goal to his name tonight. Can he get an assist? It's nodded over the woodwork. First effort of the second half, and not one to remember for Kai Green. Morley. That's with Sanderson. Scotty Hammond playing deep in midfield. Looks like Cox pushing on a little further afield in this second half. Valance, who gave away that penalty in the 10th minute, looks for a through ball to Ryan Harkin. Simple gather for Kai Green at centre-back. Cleared as far as Valance, who will see it back to Danmore. Returns to the United veteran. Morley. Cox quickly closed down by Zachy Evans, and that allows the substitute Massey to latch onto it. Lassini Donzo under pressure from Adam Marco. Gets some help from Kai Green. Massey. Touched on by Bradshaw into the path of Ben Valance for Coventry United. Valance acts quickly, and Danmore will clear towards the left-hand side, where the only man there is Dawson, who launched it towards Bradshaw. He was offside, knew it, he was offside and left it. And it rolls out just next to the corner flag for a Coventry United goal kick. Frustrations at half-time amongst the Red and Green Army at this early stage of the season. We know it's going to be an incredibly tight title race, not a lot of teams in the top half of last season's championship have sat idly by. Including United, there's up to 8 sides who could potentially be up for promotion. A lot of improvement made across the board, and United are going to hope they haven't been left behind. Faulkner. Shaw. Now Harry Wilson, Adam Marco. Looking to beat Semihimbo for pace. This is a great run by Adam Marco, and steps it in for Ryan Harkin. It just needed to be a couple of paces behind. But those are the sorts of balls that United need to be playing into Ryan Harkin. He's been almost a spare shirt in the area, and Chris Cox sending Dawson into the advertising boardings. Oh, and a little bit of handbags at dawn there between Dawson and Cox, the veterans of the non-league game. Neither willing to give an inch. And United have got the decision. And the good thing here at the Butts Park Arena is that the advertising boards are quite soft. As it is a rugby pitch, the advertising boards are mandated to be cushioned. So there's a lot of padding in there. Gavin Hill wanting the two players to sort the issue out. And I think, has it been overturned as a free kick here? I think it has. It's been given to Hinckley AFC, which Adam Harrison will take. So yes, the free kick given to Hinckley for the shove by Chris Cox. Harrison. Cox will claim it in the air. More height than distance. Sanderson tries to swing it away. Rankin latches onto it. Morley heads out. And Faulkner prevents Lewis Rankin from taking it quickly. Halfway into United serve, it is going to be taken by Dawson. Massey back to Dawson. Caught the right back a little short there, but he has found the ball and plays it back to Szymanski. Now passed around the middle of the park. Dawson and Cox getting stuck into each other again. And Dawson's got the better of Cox with that block on the intended ball to the right-hand side. But Coventry back in possession and ready for the break. Wilson asking a lot of Benji Adamarco, and he's going to try his best to get there, but Lasini Donzo shields it into touch. Seven minutes of the second half have elapsed. Coventry United 0, Hinckley AFC 1. Stanley Jube makes his way back to the bench from the treatment table. Valance. Chris Cox snatches it from under the nose of Bradshaw, but the seconds have fallen to Coirellen. Cutting in from the right-hand side, Lewis Rankin ducking and diving. Lewis Rankin won't get the chance to strike thanks to Chris Cox. He gave everything on Friday to try and get his team back into it. They're going to need his attributes again. No one bleeds Coventry United quite like Chris Cox. Shaw. This curling ball finds Adamarco. Slid on by Shaw. Faulkner couldn't latch on to the attempted ball. Semahimbo runs into a brick wall in the face of Harry Wilson. United concede the free kick. Charlie Faulkner, I should say, with the slide, feels he got enough of the ball, but the referee felt that Massey went over under the pressure of the slide challenge, and that'll be a free kick to Hinckley. Coventry have got to keep their heads. It's Bradshaw. Cox could have left that to go out. It was heading wide, but he's not it to Valance, who sees it back to Moore. Bobbling throw to Sanderson. Sanderson looking to make an impact on his Coventry United debut. Sanderson looks for Harkin and headed out on this near side by Kai Green, but progress made for Coventry United. Appeals a foul throw against Faulkner, and the referee indicates that the heel was off the floor. And a substitution coming for Hinckley AFC. So Semahimbo replaced by Chandler Pegg. Bradshaw playing down the middle of the front three as it stands. Dawson with the run-up. Coirellen. His hand in the shoulder of James Sanderson. Pegg's first involvement. Through for Bradshaw. Pegg wants it back, but the option's being covered off by Hammond. Down line with Zachy Evans, the Hinckley captain. Pegg, off balance and forced away by Wilson. Adamarco latched onto it momentarily, but gives it away to Evans. And digged in towards Pegg. Crucial header away by the United defender. Adamarco. Harkin ready to make the run. Benji Adamarco. Harkin's on the right. Adamarco looks left. It's just out of reach for Charlie Faulkner. The better option surely would have been to slip it down the right-hand side for Ryan Harkin, but Adamarco went for the harder option. And United preparing another change. Gorellen receives from the throw. Wrestling with Sanderson and gets the free kick. 2 hands, he says, Mr. Hill. It looks like Brady Middleton is preparing to come on, and United need some inspiration up top. So this is a good move from Ellis Lane. 2 changes, in fact. It looks like James Ritson's also preparing. Well, Ritson has doubled up as a target man in the past. He's primarily a centre-back. Are they going to stick him up front for these long balls? United fans want to see the game progress. They want to see the ball rolling again, and the referee is finally going to ask Hinckley to play it. Ollie Szymanski on the ball. Towards the edge of the area, Gorellen, and he's back to, oh, that's not bad effort at all. There was Zachy Evans, but the whistle had already blown. He was backing into Ben Valance as he waited for the ball to come to him. Well, the changes will wait for now. Steph Morley. Charlie Faulkner, a chance from behind by Zachy Evans, throwing on the halfway line, left side for Coventry United. Sanderson to the fringes of the centre circle with Hammond. Valance. Wilson. Pinballing between Hinckley players, but loses out to the former United man and goal scorer tonight, Jared Bradshaw. Here's Bradshaw again. Pegg. Down line to Reece Massey. United stacking options to try and block it off, and Massey draws in the foul. And a yellow card for Scotty Hammond. Little barge in the side from the United midfielder. "13th minute of the second half. Will it be unlucky for Coventry United as Adamarco and Hammond? Now Adamarco only setting up the wall. And Bradshaw, I believe, is going to leave it. It's not the best of free kicks, couldn't lift it past the first man. Adamarco. It's a tame clearance collected by Evans. Massey couldn't keep within the confines of players who received it right on the left touchline, and now Coventry United are going to make their changes. So James Ritson replacing Scotty Hammond, and Benji Adamarco off for Brady Middleton. And it looks like United are going to a wing-back formation here with Sanderson pushing up a little further, but the ball just rolls off his boot as he embarked down the left. throw from Dawson. Morley nods it down for Chris Cox. Sanderson, can he play it around the back line? Yes, he can. Ryan Harkin. Semaski quick thinking to snatch it away before he could get the cross in. High into the sky from Adam Harrison. Cox hassled and had from behind by Massey. Downline it goes to Steph Morley. Whitson. Ben Valance. Threads the needle towards Harry Wilson. He's got the throw out of it. Challenge made by Coventry's own Lucini Donzo. The throw is to Middleton. Ben Valance. Shaw back to Valance. He didn't have the hard time to find Harkin, and the clearance as far as Whitson at centre back for Coventry United. Valance put under pressure and has to go all the way home to Dan Moore into the last half hour at the Butts Park Arena. And Coventry United, while having the majority of possession, are unable to break through Hinckley's line of defence. Valance, Middleton. Wilson. Faulkner had it played through, offside calls, referee says no. Squared it for Middleton. Trying to get the shots away, several shows in the way, and then Ryan Harkin at the near post. Couldn't get the power behind the effort. Harrison well positioned to pluck it out of the air. High into the night sky from Harrison, head back where it came from by Ritson. His distribution from the back is going to be crucial. Hinckley coming back for more. Chandler Pegg towards that near post. Bradshaw was a day late and a dollar short. Dan Moore with the gather, quickly out to Wilson. Now Brady Middleton racing with Kai Green. He's got there, the former Hinckley man. But Green gets his body between player and ball and lets it roll out harmlessly for a throw-in in Hinckley's own backyard. And there's going to be a change for Hinckley AFC. And it is the record breaker, Lewis Rankin, on his 152nd appearance for Hinckley. So, United alumni for United alumni. Former Coventry United forward Lewis Rankin, replaced by another former Coventry United forward, Luke Jones, who played for Coventry United as a teenager before heading over for a scholarship in America. Has now come back and is a mainstay in the Hinckley lineup. Donzo's throw to Coirellum. Shoulder to shoulder with Harry Wilson, and it's forced over the line by Wilson. Last touch coming from the United man. Another throw in halfway into Hinckley turf on the left side. Upfield it goes and headed back where it came from by Wilson. Donzo launches it into no man's land, and Steph Morley hooks it right to Ritson and gets it back from his fellow defender. Harkin dropping deep to find that ball, but he's shoved off it by Ollie Szymanski. And United being given the runaround by Hinckley AFC in this second half. Coirellum. Ritson stands firm, throw in, knocking on the United door. And the throw is to Brian Coirellum. Side challenge through Coirellum by Ben Valance, enough to hold AFC at bay. That's right in saying the fifth meeting between these two sides. First coming all the way back in 2015 when Coventry United first played in the Midland League Division 1. A league which United won at the first attempt. Middleton Stuck the leg in, but trips Luke Jones, who was heading away from the area, and Brady Middleton gets a yellow card, a tad harsh from Mr. Hill. And the Hinckley fans waiting for Hill to get his card out for the lads. There it goes. And for yellow card connoisseurs, that was a good one. They had to wait for it, but the flourish was spectacular. All joking aside, Brady Middleton is in the book. And Coventry United's chances are looking dim at the moment with 25 minutes to go. That penalty from Jared Bradshaw, enough to put Hinckley in the ascendancy. Bradshaw and Ritson. It was a tad forceful in sending the Hinckley man to the deck. It was Kai Evans who went up for the header, and the second sent flying towards the car park by substitute Reese Massey. And we're quickly back underway with Steph Morley, Charlie Shaw in anchoring midfield, James Ritson. United need to start piling on the pressure. They're going to take something from this match. But even a draw at this early stage of the season, you would feel is not going to be enough for Coventry United to be satisfied with their opening two games. Two very difficult games indeed, but two home games for Coventry United. Throw in by Sanderson. Curled to the right by Chris Cox. No nonsense defending from Chandler Pegg. It will be a corner for Coventry United. Wilson was lurking menacingly behind. He had to be certain. And Charlie Shaw is going to take it. Wilson gets into position for a second cross. It will be the former Highgate man, Charlie Shaw. Nodded up and out by Evans. Cox turns and leaves it for Steph Morley. Pinballs around Middleton. The flag was raised, but it's bounced out for a goal kick. I think the referee has indeed given the offside. Well, next time we're on air here on Coventry United TV, this coming Saturday, the trip to Shropshire. Coventry United facing Sheffield Town in the Emirates FA Cup extra preliminary qualification round. If you can't make it in person, that's the next best way to catch up with the action. Kicking off at 2:55 p.m. here on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already for exclusive content, highlights, commentaries, interviews, features throughout the season. And what a season it's set to be. And Harrison caught short by Kai Evans under pressure from a racing Brady Middleton, headed back to the keeper, but Harrison not expecting it. And the referee just checking that Kai Green is okay. He's on his knees at the moment and now on his backside. Clearly something troubling for Hinckley number 5. Hinckley have made 3 changes. If Green is unable to continue, you'd have to think it would be Nick Brandish who will come on. Caleb Yeboah also is amongst the subs. Now the physio, former Coventry United physio Dan White, is asked to lend a hand. So 25 minutes gone at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 0, Hinckley AFC 1. 10th minute penalty from former United striker Jared Bradshaw separates the two sides. The foul made by a sliding Ben Valance. United have been unable to find their way back into this game. Hinckley sub has been going for a warm-up. And it is confirmed that Green cannot continue. And there will be a change. I believe it is going to be Nick Brandish. But United want to get going straight away with a numerical advantage. Referee Gavin Hill is not going to allow them to do so. Well, Green receives treatment outside the field of play. United take the corner and onto the roof of his own net by Dawson. Substitution for Hinckley AFC, replacing number 5, Kai Green, number 12, Nick Brandish. And the second delivery is put in, and Ritson! Save hands. Well, it left Ritson's head. It looked like it could very well be heading into the top corner, but Harrison prevented it from nestling in. Green held back to the trainer's room. Hinckley have one change left. They can make that being Caleb Yeboah. And Coventry have got it back and slipped through for Ryan Huggin. Huggin one-on-one, stretching out, sprawling to save it is Harrison. Faulkner can't find a route in. Barges Brandish into the side, but Brandish holds firm at the expense of a throw-in. But now the United supporters starting to believe. Shaw battling down the right. He's kept it in, but couldn't find a red shirt. And has Shaw stretched a little too far there? He's back on his feet, albeit gingerly. It's clear towards the mid part of the field, and Brandish sends it deflected out of Harry Wilson for a Hinckley from the halfway line. Well, United only have the one change left, that being Josh O'Grady. There's no sign of him making an introduction just yet. From the halfway line, taken by Donzo. Gets it straight back by Corey-Relin, who's taken a left midfield role in the latter stages. Luke Jones. It's an ambitious effort, easily blocked by his old captain, Chris Cox. Middleton dinked it past the defender, but it didn't quite have the legs to find Cox, and Hinckley have got it back. Here is Jones. Brandish, Corey-Relin, Evans, quick interplay from Hinckley, opening avenues for the AFC. Donzo darting on. Wants it back, Bradshaw doesn't release. And when he does towards Corey-Relin, it's picked out by Ben Valentin. A real scramble on the far side, and Coventry United have got themselves the throw-in. Harry Wilson doing well to prize it away from Hinckley legs. Sanderson. Shaw swings it on. It didn't find Faulkner, but it is deflected off Szymanski. Curling ball by Middleton, deflected away by Donzo. It's a dangerous ball back to Harrison. Harkin leapt towards him, but it is competently cleared. Wilson. And Harry Wilson, not entirely sure who he was looking for there. He's landed it straight at the feet of Adam Harrison. Harrison. Ritson rises above. Finds Sanderson. Cox. Wrestling with Evans. Oh, look at that, dancing away. But the ball down the left-hand side is too close to Dawson. swung into relative safety by Harrison. Morley heads on. Cox skies it towards Harkin and a thumping volley. And United have got the free kick as the clearance by Dawson found Shaw, and Shaw was tripped on the way through, the heel connecting with his opposite. Number 15 in Reece Massey. And here it goes towards Middleton! Fingertip save! Harrison gets the plaudits. Middleton was that close to his first Coventry United goal and the first goal of Coventry United's season. This Wilson corner is in and across the face of goal by Charlie Faulkner, and it will go out for a throw-in on the far side. How many do United keep up to try and box in Hinckley? If they concede a second, it's curtains. A highlight of tonight's match will be available tomorrow morning here on the Coventry United TV YouTube channel, so subscribe if you haven't for video highlights of every single match this season. Corellon. Jones the target, nodded away by Steph Morley, a man who was playing non-league football while Lee Jones was still in school. And United have got a free kick here, but Middleton wanted to continue. I didn't see the infringement, but Middleton was embarking down the right-hand side, and the ref has called it back for a free kick 10 yards outside the area on the right side, level with the right track of the area. Well, is this a better option for Coventry United? I'm not so certain. Middleton was ready to whip it in. 13 minutes of normal time to go. Steph Morley and Charlie Shaw standing over it. And a yellow card to the infringing player, who is, I see the shirt number, I'll be able to tell you. I think it may well be Chandler Pegg. Indeed it is. After a lengthy delay, Coventry United will get this free kick taken. They wanted to continue. Gavin Hill didn't give them that choice. Will they come to thank Mr. Hill for blowing the whistle, as Charlie Shaw is left alone to send it in towards Ritson at the far post, headed across by Ritson. The offside flag is up against the veteran centre-back. And now Hinckley have another man in need of medical attention. A heavy landing for Matt Dawson, I believe. Dawson back on his feet. Well, full-time score from the match between Coventry City and La Liga side Real Betis. It ended 1-1. And it was Jack Rudoni who scored before half-time for the Sky Blues. Underway from that free kick. But it's quickly back with Adam Harrison. He has proved his worth in the Hinckley net. Kick from Harrison, nodded into his own backyard by Steph Morley. Ritz, Valance, and Moore put under needless pressure. Corellon closing off his avenues, and James Sanderson couldn't escape. Throw-in earned by Reece Massey, skipping in front of the United left-back. Dawson looking for options in purple, a little further afield, and Coirellan has headed that straight into touch. Moore wants to start this match quickly, 10 to go. United with just the one change left, that being Josh O'Grady, may pay dividends with a free kick later in the game. His set piece is second to none. Clearance from the back from Hinckley. Ritson volleys on towards the right-hand side. It's Harry Wilson. Bradshaw stands firm and snatches it from a racing Wilson. It's his penalty, which at the moment is giving Hinckley all 3 points. Loses out to Charlie Shaw, and Shaw caught. And it's all getting a bit nasty on the far side of the field. Charlie Shaw and Jared Bradshaw getting eye to eye. And then Brian Coirellan sent flying in the aftermath. Well, the referee is calling over Charlie Shaw. Ritson and Valance in there too, as well as Jared Bradshaw for Hinckley. And Mr. Hill less than happy that Shaw didn't come straight to him. And yellow card for Bradshaw and Shaw. The time is running out, less than 8 minutes for Coventry United to grab a share of the spoils. Moore. It fits at the head of Harkin, and no one home for United. Clearance made as far as Steph Morley. Punts it towards the area. Out comes Harrison, and he's blocked it away from the head of Ryan Harkin. The former Hinckley man has not had the goal-laden start that he would have liked to his Coventry United career. Here is Harkin, receiving the header from Ritson. He runs into a sea of purple. Massey, and Cox frustrated, and Massey giggling to himself as he's played it out off the shoulder of Chris Cox. Precious seconds ebbing away for Ellis Allain and his team. Hop, skip and a jump from Dawson's throw. Ritson heads it to Sanderson, but Coirellan has brought it down. Sandwich between Sanderson and Morley, and somehow has found his way out of it. He's heading straight for the corner. And still going Brian Coirellan. How has he done it? Has he got the corner? Yes, he has. He's played it out of Sanderson. Sanderson launched it off the line, but it had crossed according to the linesman. Brian Coirellan. Outstanding stuff. Bradshaw has the opportunity to play it short with Coirellan, and that's what they're doing. They've got 6 minutes to keep it within that part of the field, and they've got another corner out of it, and United are having to play ball boy. Well, it is the AFC who are going cock-a-hoot behind Danmore's net. They've had everything to shout about tonight. They've led since the 10th minute. Can they make it 2? They would have done if it wasn't for the punch up the line by Moore. Overhead kick headed away. Bradshaw, a third opportunity for Hinckley. Blocked at the near post by Sanderson. Bradshaw shoved off the ball by Cox, and Cox blasted into the night sky. Pegg sends Massey on a run down the left-hand side, beats Valance to it, and it will be a goal kick, and the Hinckley substitute incensed it wasn't given in the visitors' favour. Whitson. Ben Valance at right centre-back. Whitson switches the play to Morley on the left. Chips it over Jones. Sanderson back to Morley. Cox in midfield. Hinckley all over Coventry United here, not allowing them a second to breathe. A quick thinking from Sanderson and a quick pass to Faulkner. Faulkner caught on the halfway line. An errant boot from Nick Brandish will result in a yellow card. Dan Moore with every outfield player to aim at in the Hinckley half to send it goal bound. It's Moore, and it's headed home by Charlie Faulkner. Looping header over Harrison, they've had to wait. The Coventry United's first goal this season is here. And it's not a player you'd usually expect to score with his head. But United will take the goal any way they can. Charlie Faulkner, with 3 minutes to go, draws United level. Coventry United 1, Hinckley AFC 1. And you're not just smelling blood in the water here. Is there a chance? Is there a chance for all 3 points? Did Hinckley time waste too soon? McCall runs through here and only denied from striking towards the net by a last-ditch lunge in by Harry Wilson. United's job is not done yet. Corner to come in from the left-hand side. Bradshaw. Headed across the box by Wilson. Massey's in there. Ritson clears as far as Massey. Evans strikes at his own player. And now Middleton. United have got Hinckley on the run. That's a great first touch from Harkin. Faulkner's waiting on the left side. Harkin goes alone. Ryan Harkin against his old club. A quick turn over Coventry United. 2 goals in a minute. And the Bucks Park Arena erupts. Hinckley heart shattered. Coventry United show their bottle. And Ryan Harkin is on the score sheet for the first time for the red side of Coventry. The Coventry Spinks legend signed to score tap-ins with a great drive and firing it through the hands of Adam Harrison. Hinckley were in front 2 minutes ago. Now they're staring defeat in the face. Coventry United 2, Hinckley AFC 1. Oh, they've had to wait for it. They've had to wait for it, but Coventry United, with 2 goals in a minute, have turned this game on its head. And we are now into added minutes, and Harrison's in trouble at the back, has to clear it just in time before Harkin had a chance at a second. And now launching it up again. Middleton towards Harrison, and Harrison brings it down. And 7 minutes of added time have been confirmed. 7. Jones. Whipped in from the right. Brandish. Jared Bradshaw, cross-goal opportunity from the left-hand side to bring Hinckley level again. Blocked by Chris Cox. Middleton stands his ground against Reece Massey, judges the slide well. Charlie Faulkner. I look to wait it through to Middleton, but the block made, United have the throw. And United wanted to take the throw in out of position, and Mr. Hill has called that one back. Sanderson. Headed on by Faulkner. He's battling with it, with Reece Massey cleared. Middleton. Surrounded by purple shirts and eventually crowded out. Here's Luke Jones. Dawson skews it off the right boot, out to the right for a Coventry United throw in deep into Hinckley turf. Faulkner. Charlie Shaw looked to float it right with Wilson, but cut out by Bradshaw. Massey, it's under hit. It won't reach Dawson. Coventry have a throw in. In fact, sorry, they're giving away a throw to Hinckley, I should say. Punted left. Szymanski was looking for Bradshaw. Header away by Wilson, and a collision on the far side of the field between Chandler Pegg and I can't see who's involved there, but Coventry United. It's Chris Cox, the Coventry United captain, is it? No, it isn't. It's not Coxey. We've had 3.5 of the added 7. We're halfway through. And it was Brady Middleton who was hacked down by Pegg. Well, both sides have one change of piece, both of them attackers. United have their all-time top goal scorer, Josh O'Grady, while Caleb Yeboah remains on the bench for Hinckley. And the United supporters ready to celebrate. Still confusion reigns on the far side of the field. So there's been a bit of afters with the coaching staff at United. Want to get going again. Hinckley want to make a substitution. They want Yeboah on the field, it appears. And Coventry will now get the opportunity to take this free kick with 2 minutes of added time to play. United set to get their first points on the board. It's more in. Holding up rather than out by Szymanski. Middleton brings it down. Middleton to make it sail void. Tried to slot it through the legs of Harrison, but the number one was wise to it. The clearance headed on by Ritson for Coventry United as far as Matt Dawson. Jones ducking and diving away from players in the shirt he used to wear way back when. Donzo. Bradshaw, it pinballs off Harry Wilson. Throwing halfway into enemy lines for Hinckley. But the throw nodded down by Valance and cleared towards Brady Middleton. Szymanski should see it back to Harrison. Harrison's off his line, skews it high into the sky. He's got to get back. It's an awkward bounce of Ryan Harkin, so Harrison is back with no real danger. Jones skips away from Cox. Ritson flies in on Massey. Hard but fair, and that's over the back line for Middleton. He's offside. He thought he'd got Coventry United's third worry. He missed the target anyway. Trying to loop it over Harrison and just wide. Well, looks like Yeboah's going to stay on the bench, as now James Ritson has gone down holding his head. Of course, it being a head injury, the referee is duty bound to stop the game. The 7 minutes are now over. Ritson, I should say, getting the concussion test from head of fitness and physio, Lucy Stead. The referee indicating he is adding the time on. Now, Ritson does have to leave the field as he received treatment from the physio, but Coventry United in a favourable position. Goals in the 44th and 45th minutes have led United to this point. Can they hold on? And they've got a free kick. Wilson shoved aside. And Elaine wants that final whistle to blow. We've had 8 minutes of added time. Dan Moore checks he's taking the free kick in the right position. Gets the hurry up from Gavin Hill, the referee. United were under the cosh for the majority of the match. They're now inching their way towards victory. Middleton hooks it across the box. Whistle stays silent for now, but for how much longer? Dawson driving down the right-hand side, covered up by Faulkner, but he's launched it upfield to Coirellan. Cox's header. Faulkner blasts it clear. It was his goal that drew United level. Awkward bounce for Cox. Holds firm against Evans. Tried to chip it left for Ryan Harkin. Head back where it came from. Faulkner maintains possession for Coventry. Gets the free kick bundled over from behind by Reece Massey. Faulkner dusts himself off. Going to the end of a 10th minute of added time. Referee, Mr. Hill, gives the hurry up to Morley. Taken quickly to Charlie. Faulkner up and out. Matt Dawson. Now it's Hinckley, who are bemoaning the lack of time. They were time wasting 10 minutes ago, and it's come back to haunt them. Middleton into the corner. Coventry United have turned it around and they've got their first win. They were under the cosh for 75 minutes. The outcome looked bleak for Ellis Alain and his men, but through sheer determination and perseverance, they've pulled it back. Harkin and Faulkner with two late goals within 60 seconds of each other give Coventry United a victory which has left more than a few teeth marks on their hearts. Proper heart-in-mouth stuff for the red and greens. But the most important thing is the result, and United have got it in the back pocket. Full-time score, Coventry United 2, Hinckley AFC 1.